Hey, welcome to Clark's Place. Here's a Marty report on a Mach 1 Mustang. It's 428 Cobra Jet 4-speed, Acapulco Blue.
And since we're just getting started, we got about 45 minutes worth of pictures to go through. We just wanted to show, here's some of the first images of when we got this car.
We're sitting in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, I convinced Dad to buy four. What are they? R-code
Cobra Jets.
69 and what, 170?
170. And he had done some work to them. They'd been stripped. A lot of the body panels had already been put on.
And these pictures are before you had it. These are pictures of where they were down in Kentucky.
And they were in primer.
Yep.
A lot of the metal work had been done.
There's one of the fenders.
VIN
I think that's probably this car.
They all had titles.
Yep.
Let's see. This was the only 4-speed car, so that's why I kept it. But yeah,
it was shaker hood.
Shaker hood.
Is it called ram air?
Yeah, ram air shaker R-code.
Yeah.
And it's got a new core support.
This is at your garage in Indiana.
Yeah, this is Indiana. New doors, new tail panel, new trunk floor, drop downs.
But really, you had 4 cars worth of parts. I mean,
yes.
we spent 2 days pulling stuff out of his attic and garage.
Four different days going down from Indianapolis to Louisville.
Oh, I think I only helped 2
to pick them up. Yeah.
I was living in Illinois then.
Yep.
So.
New floorboards.
Yeah, but I think you ended up taking all the floors out, the whole roof floors. I mean, even though they looked like pretty solid cars, there was still a lot of work to be done on those.
We ended up putting a one-piece floor in it, and the cow. It was too bad. We put the whole top plate, the firewall, the cow. Some of the stuff was still good. The quarters were good on it.
Yeah, I think these are in Indiana. You just kind of going through it, looking over everything that had been done here.
Yeah.
And then in Florida, I think, is when your buddies show up and say, this car needs a better restoration than was done on it.
That's right. That's right.
I think new quarter bottom skins were done on both sides, but I think that was one thing that you didn't actually replace, was those were a decent job, I think.
Yeah, the firewall was wrinkled up there, and there was rust in that back floor. They were on putting a etching primer on it because we're going to be moving to Florida.
So, you were. This is when?
Well,
this is 2000.
This is 2012
ish.
Yep.
Look at that. You got more hair there.
Yeah, I got a little hair. But yeah, this is just getting it sealed up so we could take it down there and not worry about getting rained on or anything like that. All 4 of the cars. Actually, I sold one of them before we left. But
is that the white one? 70?
No, it was another 4-speed car, but it was not Ram Air. It was a Q code. So
gotcha.
There's the motor pictures I got up in Minnesota. Guy had a real Cobra Jet, and that was the
right year and all that for this
right
car.
Year, date coded. And then that's it in Florida. That's our shop right now.
Looks like a new gas tank in the back of it.
Yep.
Maybe you just had it set in there to bring it down.
Probably. And then I started putting parts up and.
So a real wing or a fake wing?
It was a real one.
Or was it?
Yeah. This is before we got it all full of Dodge parts. That was a real set of louvers.
This is before we turned to the bright side.
Yeah. See, there had some rust underneath the. It's like he didn't work on that. I think we ended up taking the hotel light panel out.
I don't think I ever saw the car like that.
And
that looks like a new panel. Oh, it's just set in there for the rear. But you didn't do that.
Yeah,
you got a whole rear section.
Yeah, I ended up. This is what came with it, and we didn't put that in. And I don't know that I put new inner split fender.
Yes, you did.
I guess I did.
There's a picture I saw sorting through everything. There's a new piece there, but I think you sectioned out both the front and the rear inner fender aprons.
Yeah, I think I did.
And kept the shock towers because the shock towers were good. But I remember seeing
frame rails were good.
Yeah, there's a picture of like space, like there's nothing there.
Oh yeah, I could pick up the whole front of that car with one hand when there was nothing left.
Yeah.
But I think I was just, the more and more I got into it, the more everybody's saying, boy, you got to replace that. This car's worth doing because, it's a 428 4-speed Ram Air, great color, white interior.
Yeah, it was white interior.
And I put it all back exactly how it was originally.
I think it looked like a new rear panel was already on there.
Yeah.
So you cut all that out too and put another new rear panel and everything.
I think so, yes.
Those were just pictures of
another. I think that was another 428 that they're probably out of order. It was before I bought the one that was already running.
Gotcha. Or you just didn't have that motor yet. Oh, there's your old brown truck back there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, probably you were shopping for motors, and that was the one that you ended up getting, but you didn't have it yet. Cause
had a real, I think I ended up putting a posi in it, 9-inch. But see, that had some corrosion there.
Oh, yeah, you can see where they cut it out and just set a new pan in. That's not the way we do it nowadays at Clark's place.
Nope, we cut all that out. I think the tunnel had rust in it, and they just did the little half pans, floor pans. And it's like,
oh yeah, I don't like the way that's done.
I'm not. See,
no,
that was terrible.
We don't do that anymore.
And look, you can just see where the panel was put in. I thought, I'm not going to accept that.
No, I don't like that at all.
I mean, back in the day, yeah, if I was in high school, that's the way I would have done it.
You didn't have a welder, had screws, screw it in,
bondo over it, and go on down the road. But
you've changed, mister. You have really turned a corner.
Yeah. There's all the old suspension. Because I ended up
what kind of suspension you put on
I put rack and pinion.
Oh, you did? Okay. Is that a unisteer?
Yeah, a unisteer. There's our little crank up dolly.
Oh, yeah, that just
that we used in another video putting the transmission in.
Yeah. That thing's come in handy.
You know, it has saved us many times for pinballs.
Oh, yeah. There's
our friends from Maryland, Mike Hedges. He's got Mustangs galore up there.
Yeah, what's his Mike's Mustang parts?
Mike's Mustangs.
And where?
Bryan's Road, Maryland. And then his buddy, they're both ex-firemen, retired.
Yeah, there's
Jay. He's been a painter, restorer for years and years and years. And they would come down to Florida.
He needs his own YouTube channel, doesn't he?
They'd come down and I think this is just pictures of there's a lot of work to the roof because I think it had gotten some hail damage once in its life. So he worked and worked on that.
A bunch of time on the trunk deck and on the
trying to get the little dimples out of it. But yeah, he was trying to train me how to paint and all that kind of stuff. We'd cover everything up when we'd work in there.
Yeah, you got quite a few pinballs there, mister.
Yeah.
Roof looks pretty good there.
Yeah, the roof turned out pretty good.
Can't really tell any dents or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, this is preheat. I see a salamander.
Yeah, see, we cut all that out of the back.
Yeah, I see, man. You took all that out.
Every bit of it.
And that was a new rear panel in there.
Yeah. But what it was welded to was bad. Yeah, it's like why they did that.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I mean, those panels are $99 or something like that. You can see all the metal that we cut out.
Yeah, you cut out that piece at the bottom down there. That's like $600 for a Dodge.
Yeah, I know it.
See, there's the picture I was talking about. You
cut
out those inner fender aprons.
Yep, cut those out.
What'd you do with the cowl in this car? Did you replace the cowl and
stuff?
Yeah, or was that your 68?
The cowl and the firewall.
Oh, okay.
I think we'll probably show it here, but
yeah, there's the whole rear's gone.
I know. I sat inside the car on a roll-around stool.
U-pole, new
drilling out rivets, or not rivets, drilling out welds.
Yeah, I see a hole there. What I can't really tell what.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that picture is.
Kind of looks fiberglass, but it could be just really rusty.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're cutting out the sections in the back, but I think Mike had just brought you a whole rear.
Oh, over the rear axle piece.
Yeah,
I think every time I do something, they come down and say, no, we can't do that. There, I start cutting the floor out. He said, I'll get you. We're going to Carlisle next week up there in Maryland, and they were coming to Florida.
What do you call that rear section under the rear seats?
There's a full floor.
Oh,
I don't know what that's called, but they'd bring me parts. He says that Kentucky Mustang. He said their booth was right next to his.
Who's your buddy at Kentucky Mustang,
Dwayne Holland, and all I got to do is call him up, and he said, "All right, I'll send you the panel."
You had Dwayne's number on speed dial there for a while.
Pretty much. Yeah, there I'm getting it all out. So you can see the frame rails were excellent in it.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. At least you had a good, solid, some bones to put some new metal down to.
Yes.
Your 68 that you did had
the 68 was really gone. Really bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, that looks like good metal underneath there. This is always the hard stuff to do, and auto restoration is getting all that stuff cleaned
Oh,
out.
I know. To try to
Cutting
do
your
it,
fingers and
yeah, try to do it nicely to where you're not boogering everything up and you're getting the whole welds out and getting it to pop off of there cleanly.
Yeah, I think the cheapy welder thing or weld remover drill that I got from Harbor Freight, or not Harbor Freight, but on Amazon for like $13.
Oh, or is it Eastwood?
Eastwood has them too, but they
Torque
drill out
boxes
around
are
it
good.
pretty good. And then an air chisel.
Yep.
I beat most of the stuff from my charger by hand.
Well, then I had to sit in there and grind them down because it would leave little pieces of it.
So you did use the drill out deal, that method, or did you hammer and chisel, or did you?
I did a lot of hammering and chiseling,
and then a lot of air
then
chiseling.
I used the red oxide, sprayed down all in there before I covered all that up.
That's a pretty good job there, Clark. That's exactly what I did on the charger too. Is make it, since it's open, get it all sealed and covered.
Yep. There's my little chair. Like I said, I sit in there and grind away for hours.
Yeah.
Getting a new panel put in, fixed all the.
Oh, I see those
New trunk gutters.
Yeah, where the actual extensions cover it.
Yep.
That was rusted. I saw that you had 2 new pieces in there.
Now there's the piece that we took that out. That goes between the wheel wells in the back.
What do you call that? The rear center?
I don't know. It's a transition piece.
Yeah, Mike and Jay.
Here's Mike and Jay.
With no floor. There's me and you.
And me and you. Yeah, you're trying to show how you're going to drive it.
Mm-hmm. That's how far the seat needs to be back too. I need to sit in the back seat.
And there's our friend Mike.
Yeah, there's his pencil. He had to tape the pencil to him because he kept.
Now there's your new firewall they brought me.
Oh, new firewall.
And there's the new cowl top.
See, I thought you did all that too.
And that was just a drop in. I'm telling you what, that part. See, there is nothing there now.
Yeah, I see.
Except 2 little fins of a.
Oh, your shock tower and then the edge of the cowl.
That's it. I mean, I could pick the whole front of that car up with one hand.
Wow.
And tip it on the jack.
Oh, the front apron you left on there.
Yeah.
Must have been okay.
There's the old one.
That's the old. So what was wrong with all the cowl? Just
look at that. You're looking through. There's nothing in front.
That's how.
But I'll tell you, that thing's set right in there, from windshield pillar each side, like it was just made to go in there.
But the whole cowl just dropped right in and
just set on there and drilled the holes and welded it.
I would think that'd be really tough.
And then the firewall, I think the firewall went in first. I can't remember.
Put the firewall then cowl cap top over there.
Yeah. It was all one piece.
Boy, there's just bones left. That's it.
Yeah, look at that. It's just frame rails.
Yeah, that's funny.
I mean, that car was completely rust-free when we were done.
Yeah, that's cool.
And the thing is, they make every one of those panels for it. There's the back piece. See, there's nothing over the back.
Oh, I see. That was all.
So there's your firewall.
Yeah, so your firewall's going in first there, it looks like.
And there's Jay and Mike came down, and we're getting it.
Now, you guys had you did measurements.
Oh,
and
we
time.
had all.
That's what his pencil thing was about. Is he couldn't find his pencil.
We were Xing back from the front point to the back window. We had all these measurements to go by, and I mean, we triple checked. And
is this the car that gave you the confidence that you did the 68 yourself and kind of made your own jig? And
yes.
So you thought, hey, there wasn't much to this.
Right.
Just keep all your measurements right and pull and make sure everything's square. And
then Jay was underneath the car doing the spot welds.
Oh, I see that whole.
Mike would either stand or use a hammer and push down so the metals met as he welded.
And then
he would say good because he'd see it glow through bright red.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how they welded up all that floor and everything.
Yeah. Garage is a mess as usual.
Oh, yeah, it would be a mess. There he's doing welding there on the back.
Yeah, I see. Spotting it all in there.
And that's complete, the curve around pieces for the trunk. That was hard to get in there, I'm telling you, because we didn't remove the wheel wells.
Oh, because you had to get it fit down tight all the way around.
Down, yeah.
And you can't get a clamp in there to clamp it down.
No.
Yeah, that's tough.
But
I don't think I had any of those with my Charger welding issues.
All like down the side. I mean, all that had to be.
Maybe like on your trunk floor, was that tough, like to get a clamp on it to pull that stuff down?
Yeah, I think so. That's why Mike would push with the hammer.
I see all those
and then
welds there.
He would push down You couldn't get a clamp around it.
Yeah.
And then Jay would weld. So that's a 2-person job there.
Well, I see. Lots
The
of
boy
new
is
metal.
nice having that all brand new metal.
What kind of welder was Jay using?
He brought his own. I think it was a Miller welder.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
It was like using mine. The nice one out there.
Yeah, it was a nice one. And I had the Argani sticking his hand up through.
Yeah. So you're pressing from down below or up above, and he's welding.
I don't know if he was welding then. He might have been.
Or he might have just been looking at stuff. I don't know.
He might have just been looking at the welds.
Yeah,
But yeah, I see you got a heater there. They were down there in the wintertime, but there's all the welds
I see.
for new panel there.
It looks like he did some spot welding, but then it looks like he did like some tack welding. Yeah, those look like some spots there.
Now, I went back over, and he said if you want to fill in some extra areas.
Well, you, after it was painted, I know you and I both went back through and did some stitch welding in some places. Right. But it looks like he's got them stacked every inch or so. I mean,
yeah, they're about every inch.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. And I think you went through and cleaned up all the welds and everything after he was done.
Everywhere I could get to it, and it wasn't covered up, I cleaned them up. But yeah, that firewall and that top piece there, that just matched perfect. And that's all one piece. You didn't have a clamshell like the older Mustangs, to where it's a 2-piece. That
it was one
piece
big,
cow,
like, almost like a big, wide, long gas tank.
Like a gas tank. That's what it was like.
Huh. Yeah, I didn't know that. Because I think, does the Charger have the cap? I'm thinking Dodge stuff is. I think it just has a cap that goes over the top of it. Boy, look at all those welds.
Oh yeah, we put a bunch of them in that floor.
He went nuts in there. That looks ridiculous.
All across.
I mean, like overkill, ridiculous, not ridiculous.
Yeah.
Bad welds. Yeah.
I know it was probably like that welding for, probably close to a year.
Was it?
On that, yeah.
Well, I think this restoration was started with the 2012, but I think it was finished in like 16.
I don't know.
When looking at the pictures,
I didn't work on it for a while. I had the other 3 cars to sell.
Yeah.
And
I don't think this was the one you did for you.
Right.
And actually spent the most time on.
Oh yeah. They were getting her all primed up.
I think the other ones you sold really before you got them done.
Oh yeah, I didn't
white one you painted, and then it went bye-bye. I think before you moved down here, and then I don't know where the other
came
two
down
went.
here and went to where they have the big show for cars, Amelia Island.
Oh yeah.
Guy lived on Amelia Island. Another guy in Palatka, Florida, bought one, and then the other one went to Texas.
Yeah, all this stuff looks like it's just welds have cleaned up and getting her in primer there.
Right.
Now, is that black you're spraying there, like the final black, like how? Oh, there's new front suspension going in.
Yeah, I'm putting the new suspension on. This is pre-rotisserie. Of course, I didn't have one.
Oh yeah.
And then I did the red oxide. I was trying to make it look factory original.
Is the red oxide, is that weatherproof? Like you could have that in red oxide and it's not gonna.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
It's better than just like the gray primer I spray.
I think so. Yes.
Okay. Because I've heard like you don't spray a car and put it in primer and then set it out. It'll rust really quickly. It's not sealed like a candy shell on it. But I thought that you left that red oxide on the bottom.
Yeah, because they were like that from the factory.
Then it must be better than your normal primer.
I think so.
Yeah. I see.
But yeah, we're just doing the final body work, getting everything cut in, getting the doors fit. Fenders fit.
I saw your long block there. I don't like that block. It's a flat block. I like your curvy block.
Yeah, that was before I bought the curvy block. But yeah, I wasn't working on it 8 hours a day. I was just do a little bit on a day, almost a daily basis, and then work on the weekend a little bit.
I see the lawnmower has made it through several cars, several years, several cars, same lawnmower.
Moved a lot of cars around. Yeah, new battery tray.
Yeah, so there isn't a whole lot of metal that you didn't replace. But quarters, top, the quarters had already been replaced.
Yeah,
you basically Did you put new doors on it, or
Yes, had new doors.
had new doors? Fenders new, or they?
They were new.
They were new too.
Yeah,
Okay.
so all that came with the car, and they were. That's why we didn't have to do any body work to those.
How did all that fit up? Like
It all went together real good.
All the troubles I have with my 69, you didn't have with this.
No, we didn't have with it. All that stuff fit pretty good.
I thought your gaps, and I remember that door when you shut that door. Chunk. I mean,
it fit really nice.
Sounded great.
I think there was a dent in the rocker underneath. That's why looks like Mike's laying under there. That's why there's Bondo everywhere. Is trying to get that to get smoothed out. And there we did a bunch of work on that quarter.
Well, I don't know if other car shows and other channels show like we put a ton of Bondo in, but I think you also see most of my videos. I've even said and put it in print on the videos. 90% of this is going to be on the floor,
right.
But I've got to get enough right there to where I don't want to do it 4 different times in 16 layers.
They were cutting in the blue in areas that are going to get covered up, and on the inside, up under the firewall jams, because that's all new metal.
Is that single stage that you did there?
Yeah, what we did, I did all that in single stage since most of it's all hidden. Back
all
of the tail lights, under the hood.
I see.
And that's a way to
Backs
save a
of
little money,
fenders.
is you can paint things with the single stage. It's cheaper paint.
It is cheaper for single stage paint?
I think so. I don't know, with paint prices today, it might be just as expensive. And then paint the candy shell on the outside with the base coat, clear coat.
So you didn't do any drop cloths or anything like that when you painted here?
We had it all. The floor was all wet, and we just covered stuff up.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, and had the fan going, blowing, sucking it out.
I was gonna say we've tried everything, all the tricks I know of to paint in a garage without crap getting into it. But how much stuff got into your paint here?
I don't think very much, because we buffed the clear out, we sanded it all down. It's pictures of, we dulled it all down and then buffed it, and it turned
That's
out
coming
really
up
nice.
in Act 3.
Yeah. Yeah, there's up underneath the dash. I think I sprayed all that.
Your panel go black in the back of this? I forget.
No, I don't think so.
It went blue?
I can't remember.
I'm thinking Dodge again. I'm thinking did it go gray or black, but maybe it was body color.
Yeah. Real pretty. Acapulco blue is a pretty color. Kind of a bright blue.
It looked great in the sun.
Oh yeah, it did look great. I had like a little bit of flake in it, so it really did glisten in the sun.
All right, like on the car shows, they say they do a drop.
Drop coat, yeah.
Did you do any kind of a drop coat on this? Or
I'd never heard of that.
Never.
So I probably did it wrong.
Well, I know that you painted it all at the same time, everything together. So I mean, there wasn't. You couldn't see discoloration between the door and the fender or hood or any of that stuff. So I thought the car looked great, but I wondered with that metallic. I haven't sprayed a metallic to know. Oh yeah, your gaps look great there. Yeah, to know that you need a drop coat. Drop coat, yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess it's actually the final prime.
Now that tape that I bought today, is that what he used to spray? He put that behind to spray. Did he?
There's the 428. Just kind of went through it a little bit. 4-speed top loader, big block.
Now is this the car that you put a Tremec in, or did it go bye with that?
No, this had all original.
Oh, it was okay.
Tranny and drivetrain in it.
What was the gear in the rear end of it?
350, I think.
This one was the one that screamed at like 55 mile an hour, like 3,500 RPM.
I know. I don't think it was that bad, but I didn't like it. I wished it had a smaller gear or a Tremec or something in it, so you could take it.
Well, that's what you did with your 68. Is you put that Tremec, and then it's like easy breezy.
They were dropping the engine down. I don't know if that was
mocking?
just to get it fit. Yeah,
just
make sure.
Seeing how things went.
I wasn't sure if I took it back out of there. Headliner went in. Sorry.
Your glass is killing me here.
Yeah, that was the first headliner I'd ever done.
Looks good.
Wrapped around and...
Looks like a little wrinkle in the front corner up there, but You may have worked that out when you put your A-pillar.
Because it turned out real nice. There, I guess we're just doing some panel matching.
Yeah, before I even knew what panel matching was, you were already doing it.
We were doing it.
You were a panel matching fool back in the day.
Yeah. And we did have some spray in on some of the... I should have taped it off better. When we cut in some of the jams. And then when we did further work on it, it'd spray in on it. And it's like, oh, man.
So you needed that. You need more of that tape. We need to tape
or
the heck out of the
should have taped it all off with paper or something.
Yeah, I see he panel matched the left side there too.
Yeah.
Looked pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see everything's cut in.
There we covered everything off.
Yeah, back taped on everything.
And in the engine, all that was taped off.
That's coming soon for
we're getting ready
charger.
Getting all the parts, everything's hung on all the valances, and getting ready to shoot the whole thing with base coat, clear coat.
Yeah, I see. Yep, looks pretty good. Oh, those are trailer wheels on it.
Yeah. And then we wet the floor, and usually, I don't know if everybody does it, if it makes any difference, hang a chain or ground the car, since it's on rubber wheels, to the wet floor. And that way,
I like
the paint won't be pushed away from it. It'll attract to the metal because it's grounded. That's the theory.
I know we've done it every time. I don't really know the science behind it.
Yeah. I don't know if that was a final.
Looks like you wet sanded everything.
Maybe that's what we did, but probably wet sanded everything.
Yeah, because everything looks shiny and wet there.
Yeah.
And then that's dried off.
That must have been a final coat of primer then.
And then wet sanded the primer, maybe?
Maybe that's what it was, yeah. Okay, then there's the dull coat. That's your color.
Yeah, it doesn't look like much.
Mom's checking it out.
Mm-hmm.
And all those have been...
So you didn't do color then clear all the same day, huh?
No. We did not. I know that there's every
shiny there.
Different paint people have.
Yeah, you must have thrown
paint manufacturers have different ways. I mean, it's like 45 minutes max, and then clear it.
Well, that looks pretty dang slick there.
That may have been clear there.
Yeah, I think so.
And that seemed like we went like 5 coats of clear, where now it's like they say you can't put more than 3. You're going to start lifting it, and there's so many rules now.
Yeah, like I think that you can get away with like 4 coats max. Like if you thin it down a little bit, which I may do, so we don't have all the orange peel. I don't want to spend 100 hours on the. Oh, there you are doing the hood.
Yeah, we didn't paint the center of the hood because it gets the blackout treatment.
That's kind of cool.
All the little pieces. There's your rock shield for the front.
Yeah.
Mirrors.
Oh, they were telling me about the paint. Another guy that was in there, he was talking about a car he was painting and saying if you don't let it cure for like a week, then your sandpaper gets all gummy. You get pilled up because it's still balling up on you. So
this must have been after we wet sanded. Maybe these are out of order, because why would we be putting chrome and stuff if we still got a wet sand?
Oh, true. True.
Because I know we got a bunch of pictures of us dulling it all up with the clear coat.
Oh no, we'll see if it's got. I don't think you would have your marker emblems and stuff like that on it.
No.
So, well, this is still kind of in progression here, but we may step backwards for the buffing process.
Put the spoiler on.
Yeah, I see. No rear reflector stripe on it yet there.
Of course, you can buy. I bought new bumper, new chrome.
There's the new stripe on it. Yep.
And new taillight lenses, a new flip gas cap.
Oh, that's at night.
Yeah, it really glows.
Really reflective sticker. That was so cool.
And of course, I had to drill and put the louvers in.
You had the louvers got drilled in?
Yeah, because it's on a hinge.
Oh.
You could unhook the bottom, and you could lift those up on a hinge and clean the back glass.
I don't think I ever saw you do that. Yeah, that grill looks nice.
Yeah. Haven't done the hood yet.
Yeah, you painted that car with the headliner in it, because the headliner is...
Yeah, because we taped all that off, and nothing got in there.
Huh, yeah.
I'd forgotten that I did it like that. Yeah, I got the wheel lip moldings on there and everything.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And the new emblems for the side.
Yeah, no stripe down the side yet, but
the grill was like an NOS brand new one that I found.
So that car's been clear coated. It doesn't have the blackout hood treatment on it. The hood treatment didn't get a clear over it.
No, it's sprayed. It was a satin. It was hot rod black.
Hot rod black.
And it dried in a satin finish, like for hot rodders. And
I see, or I saw before I uploaded all this stuff.
Spoiler.
The picture looked like when you sprayed it, it was shiny black, and I was like, man, I thought that was a dull hood.
A lot of guys, you'll see a car done.
I see a test of black there you threw on there.
And they I don't know what that is.
A little ratchet, little.
I know guys will spray and there'll be a shiny black like the car, and it's like, I wasn't going for that. I wanted it to be more authentic of how it was from the factory. There's where we're sanding clear.
You're doing it. You must have pulled stuff back off because your stripe is already on the back. So it's not out of order. You mocked up, you must have put your spoiler on and put things on just to see how things were going to look.
I guess so. Yeah, and then we.
Or Mike and Jay came down and told you we got to take it
Yeah,
off
we got to buff it. Maybe he did, and he said you got to take that stuff off. And then he used a lot of water and an electric buffer with sandpaper, and I'm just
electric or air?
It was electric. I was cringing, thinking you are ruining this clear coat.
It does look like it, man.
Sanding that thing.
You gotta make it look terrible to make it look great.
And then as he buffed with the electric one and the cream, the stage 1, 2, and 3, man, it just brought the shininess out. There's why it took me a long time to tape that thing out.
Oh, I bet. Ooh, there's a new Milwaukee box there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you did the cowl the same color. Yeah. And it has blue and black on it.
Yeah, and then the scoop, the air cleaner, that sticks up through the hood because it's a shaker hood. The motor shakes back and forth in that opening. Yeah, really cool car. I mean,
you're not even done buffing yet, and you painted.
Yeah.
This is probably another time that they came down and scuffed all your car. Oh, it looks like you buffed it out there from there to there.
Yeah.
But see how shiny that hood looks? It is not that shiny later in pictures. It must have really dried and cured out and went satin.
Unless...
Because it looks all gloss right there. That's why I was like, that's not how that car was.
I think it might have been black, and then I ended up sanding that and getting the hot rod black and repainting it.
Oh, did you?
That's what I did.
I was going to say, that looks too glossy.
Yeah, it was too shiny. It was too glossy.
Okay.
You're right. This has been a few years ago, so.
Oh, yeah. Like 6, 7.
Yeah. It turned out kind of factory-looking paint. It didn't look like super deep, just absolute gorgeous paint job, clear coat. It looked more like a single stage, just nice paint job.
Yeah, I think to date, or not to date, but to that date, that was about the best car that you had.
Oh yeah, probably that they'd ever
put back
painted.
Together.
I mean, when you got the stripe on the side and got the magnums.
Oh yeah, stripe is on the side. Yeah, sweet.
I mean, the wheel lip, magnums, and louvers.
Are those the wheels that went on it? No, maybe they're just really dirty right there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's starting to get done here. It's starting to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hood's still glossy right there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, she's getting close.
Yeah, it looks like you got side windows in, chrome back on, side stripes, no rear glass yet, bumpers on, rear backup moldings. That's a skewed picture.
Yeah.
That's
and I put all the original wiring back in it too, so did you? Do brand new aftermarket. Now, engine compartment was probably a new harness.
Yeah. I like that picture of it too.
That turned out nice. That one's looking better.
Yeah, wheels still look terrible.
Yeah. There's the louvers on.
Oh, I see.
This is before I was worried.
Where did they drill in? Oh, see, your hood scoop is almost flat, sticking up through that shiny.
See, there's a hooks on the back, and then at the top there's a hinge that goes into the roof.
I see.
Like 2 screws on the louver and 2 screws into the roof.
Yeah.
There's where I was trying to get, the ram air. And, of course, it's starting to work on the interior.
Yeah, seats look nice.
Got all new upholstery for it. All white. It was a nice color combo. Yeah, there, so you can see it on the roof.
Oh, yeah.
And it kind of fit the contour of the roof, but you had to get
kind
it
of
perfect.
scallops up.
Yeah, and then lift up the chrome and drill right into it.
Golly. That's the worst thing is getting the car all done and then drilling into it.
Yeah, I didn't like it, but... And that carburetor, that was a... what is that? Somebody else bought them out. I think Holly bought them out. It's
Fuel line or red line?
Fuel. Mr. Fuel? No. And I can't remember the name of it, but...
Ooh, that's how the hood is. So that's after you redid the paint.
That's after I redid it.
That looks much better.
And then that's probably when putting vintage air in it up under the dash.
I really like those red floor mats.
Yeah, I got it, the Mach 1.
And that's red. What? With Mach 1s, you got the red...
The red inserts.
The red floor mat type insert. But it was all part of it. It wasn't a floor mat that was in there. That was part of the carpet,
yeah.
Yeah, that's so slick looking.
And then there's pizzazz. That's the best polish you can ever put on a car. It's hard to find. You got to look on the internet for it.
Expensive.
It smells like grape.
Yeah.
But man, it just, you put that on, like when you're all done and you're going to get ready to go to a show, get the pizzazz out and go over it once. It's real creamy.
Is it wax or is it like
it's a wax,
buffing type? Yeah, wax.
It's a wax. You just on and yeah, and I put fuel in. I ended up putting fuel in. There's where I tried with the electric fuel pump, blah blah blah. I ended up taking all that off.
Did you? What was wrong with that?
It just...
I see your real tail was blue.
But it would just make all this noise. It's like it was always running. It's like it sounded like I had a motor running in the back all the time. And it'd go up, and there was a regulator. Is that
a different fuel system there? Is that something?
No, that's what...
That's part of that system.
I took all that out. Ended up going with the E Street fuel injected from was it Edelbrock?
I think it's Edelbrock. Yeah.
And then I bought the extra fuel gas tank sump that mounted up. I mean, the engine compartment was so full. That way you don't have to run the two lines back to
the gas tank. There was no room to do anything in there.
Oh, absolutely.
I think we had to pop a valve cover, and it's like it hit the little front brace pieces that went out to the shock towers. It's like there's no room at all.
Well, it had the original exhaust manifolds, and there just wasn't any room in there. Plus, I took the fan all out. We had electric fans.
I don't like that fuel pump hanging down there anymore.
No, I took all that out.
Yeah, it looks funky. Looks like PVC, like for a pool or something.
Yeah. I know it was red pressure, good pressure line.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a fine system.
And it had to be lower than the tank because it was a
really?
pusher, not
Gravity
a puller
or something.
Yeah, it's weird. But man, that thing would just buzz and hum under there as soon as you turn the key on, and it never shut off.
You hear it over a 428.
Yeah.
That's coming together.
Yeah, it had a big, oversized radiator in it.
Oh, big aluminum radiator.
Big
I think Mike gave you a bunch of crap about that, didn't he?
Yeah, probably.
Because you should have a factory radiator in there.
I know, but they were always running hot.
Yeah.
Big blocks. You get a vapor lock in them. That's why I went with the fuel injection. Now there, it's actually running.
I think that's over.
when we took it over to get the front end aligned.
Yep.
It emits.
Yeah, it looks pretty close to the final product there. And you had quite a few other things done. You sent it out to Vintage Air, had some guys do some work on it.
Well, yeah, down to Keystone Heights.
And I think you had the guys do brakes on it too, didn't you?
Yeah, we couldn't get them bled good. Well, we didn't have a power bleeder, so they got it bled good.
Yep.
There it is.
Check our channel for power bleeder instructions.
Yep, we've got a good power bleeder now.
Yeah, that looks pretty good there. Oh, look at the side stripe.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It was reflective. There's the car show. It's cruising to the creek.
Did I have to tow you back from this one?
No, this is the one that it was fine. I drove it.
I think that this car would like vapor lock. Like if it was hot, it didn't want to start.
Right. There's where I put the different gear in the back.
Oh, you got front disc on it too. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had disc. No, I had a fan on this one. Maybe. Oh, there's your extra sump.
Oh, that's your different system that you put on there. I saw Eastwood.
It made it high pressure so you could do the fuel injection.
And
then there's the rack and pinion.
Yeah, I see.
And I mean, there just wasn't any room. But boy, it steered real nice.
Yeah, boy, that
and
knuckle and all that knuckle frame rail and exhaust.
Gosh.
And hoses in it. Good Lord.
Oh, it was horrible. And if you started having a leak, you couldn't even get a tool in there to try to tighten lines up. Yeah, look at all the electronics.
Yeah.
And it had a big tablet that you went in the car. So you can see the fuel injection. This is over at, what is it?
Mr. Chubby's.
Oh, Mr. Chubby's. Here's where you had to tow me back.
Yeah, there
It didn't want to start or something. Oh, no. The Z-bar bent.
Oh, that's
it was a cheap aftermarket Z-bar clutch, and I couldn't even get it into gear.
Yeah, don't buy the $59 Z-bar. Buy the $300 Z-bar.
Oh my gosh! Buy the big heavy-duty Z-bar for a 4-speed because it actually bent.
It bent to where you couldn't.
Wouldn't go into gear. You could not get the clutch disengaged.
Yeah, I do remember that.
That's right. I couldn't remember that either.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Now there's my buddy's 70, a real Shelby. He sold that. He has a 67 350 now. There's both the cars together.
And your Bug was there too. I saw.
Yeah, I had the Bug.
That's one of my favorite pictures of the car right there. Just with his 70 in the background.
There's my VAQ 133.
And your alien buddy.
And the alien buddy on it. The little green guy. Yeah, it had the nice radial tires and Magnum 500s, which I don't know that that's what came on the car originally. I mean, it had
poly tires. Is that what this is?
Yeah, I'm sure it had the bias tires, and it had probably the dog dish, the regular Mach 1.
Oh, you think so?
Because it didn't come out
that looks like a picture out of a magazine there.
Mid-year or
cool.
something. Yeah, that interior, since you can buy all that stuff new, really turned out nice.
Was that back seat fold down?
No, it was not a fold down seat.
Oh,
in this car.
I thought that looked like a fold down.
It
wasn't a fold down car. Huh?
No, it wasn't a fold down car.
Well, you had all the stuff you could have made it a fold down, but you were going back for.
I was trying to put it all original. Had the 3-spoke wheel.
And that's rim blow wheel there.
Yeah, rim blow. It had the tack, wood grain, of course the 4-speed, shaker hood, all that was original stuff.
It says Cobra Jet there on the thing too, doesn't it?
Valve covers, I think I found some racing valve covers, which I'm not sure if that's what really came on it.
It looks good though, man.
Air conditioning, of course, vintage.
Garbage in there.
Oh, there's so much stuff in there. With that extra sump and the blue lines.
I don't picture your 68 as crammed as this 69 was. Is there just less stuff that you put into the 68?
No,
or maybe it's all there too.
The 68 is just as crowded.
Yeah, maybe. I see. Is that electric fan on that, or was that a regular fan?
No, I think it was a regular clutch fan.
Was it?
Yeah, and I drilled and put the bungs on the exhausts, so it reads the CO2 or whatever it is, or the oxygen.
So that
sensor.
you're taking pictures there of how the paint was sprayed over the red oxide. That's how it was.
That's how they do in the factory. As you spray underneath, it oversprays onto the red oxide.
So you tried to duplicate that.
Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to go on the leaf springs.
No.
But yeah,
or the gas tank.
I wasn't, perfect. I didn't have the chalk marks and the paint and the X's on this and that and all the little tags for inspection. I don't think I had all that. But that's another level.
Yeah, definitely.
And I just love the doors. I mean, those were brand new panels, and they really turned out nice.
Yep, very cool.
I think that had an original, the 4-speed knob.
That white knob is original?
Yeah. And of course, I bought different ignition and door locks and all that stuff. I think the tack and all that stuff was original. Yeah, that's a good picture there. Of course, I recovered the seats. There's Mustang Club.
Did you put that on the car? I don't remember that being on the car.
No, it's not on the car.
I wouldn't have had those those white pieces going down?
Yeah.
On the dash. It's like those probably should have been black.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I never noticed it ever getting in, maybe because you're
I probably painted them white and I should have painted them black.
When you get into the car, that's not the first thing you notice. You're like, holy cow, I'm in a Ram Air 69.
Oh, I know it. I mean, I still thought I needed.
Yeah, wheels and tires look good there. Finally,
still needed to do work to it and go to a car show, and people would say, "Is that your blue Mustang out there?" So, oh man, beautiful car, and it's like, now I had somebody trying to steal my VIN up in Kentucky. The police and a guy from the inspectors, VIN inspectors, came out and was looking at the VIN because somebody up in Louisville was trying to register that VIN, and it registered as me having it down here in Florida for 7 years.
And they had a pencil rubbing of
a pencil rubbing
like that.
And someone, when I took it to have the front glass put in, the VIN number's right there. They took a pencil rubbing of it, sent it up to somebody.
While it was at that shop.
While I was at, it's like, never been out of my personal sight for 7 years, and as soon as it does, there's the police in my driveway wanting to know, did I own this car? And it's like, yes.
Yes.
So they verified it, and that was the end of it. But that was these might be some duplicate pictures. Yeah, there's always a nice picture of it.
All right, we're at 30 seconds left, Mark. So these are the last few pics.
Oh, yeah, there's where they're putting the vintage air in.
Oh yeah.
Forgot about that.
So thank you all for walking down memory lane with me and Pops here on it. The last little video is the last shot we have of it actually in motion. So you got a live thing.
Driving.
So
yep.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate it.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.